Archangel Michael says, "My child, hear me clearly now. This moment is not random. This message has come by divine command, not coincidence. The winds have shifted in the spirit. A new sound has been released from heaven, and it carries a warning wrapped in revelation. The time of quiet ignorance has ended. The truth is no longer allowed to remain hidden. Archangel Michael has descended to deliver an urgent declaration, and you must not take this lightly. The ones you trusted, the ones you smiled with, the ones you called neighbor, some among them have harbored motives cloaked in darkness. They have spoken of you, not once, not casually. They have whispered your name behind thick doors. They've carried your life into their discussions like a story to be twisted and passed along. You were unaware, but I have heard every word. I watched the deceit form like a storm cloud gathering in the distance. Now, the veil is being ripped away. They wore masks. They played roles. They presented kindness. But deep behind their eyes lived envy, irritation, and calculation. That person next door, the one you greeted with warmth, the one who stood close with a smile that never reached their soul, they have been watching you, listening carefully, and recording more than you ever gave. You were under spiritual surveillance. Not by me, but by those who sought to slow you down, distract you, and poison your environment with false peace. Type Amen if you believe clarity is now your portion. There were late night talks about your life. There were meetings you weren't invited to, where every detail of your path was dissected and judged. It was not for your protection. It was for their control. You need to know this truth, because I love you too much to let you walk blindly into the fire they are lighting beneath you. The danger is no longer in the distance. It's on your doorstep, and I will not allow you to be taken unaware. I gave you intuition, and that stirring you felt lately, that sense that something is off, even though nothing looks wrong, that was me. That was your spiritual alarm, warning you before the collapse. They've talked about your home, your finances, your personal decisions. They've judged your steps and cursed your progress, some through subtle sarcasm, others through outright slander. But they've made a mistake. They underestimated who walks with you. They thought your silence meant defeat. They mistook your kindness for naivety. They did not know I had already sent angels to intercept their plans before they could become actions. Declare now, I walk with divine protection. No plot will prosper. This family you once trusted, some among them were never aligned with your destiny. You welcomed them with open arms, but they opened their mouths in rooms where your spirit had no voice to defend itself. They mocked the very blessings I gave you. They painted your story with lies, and still you smiled. Still, you showed up with grace. But now the hour has come where grace meets justice. I am tearing down the walls of deception. You will begin to see cracks in their facade. You will hear slips of the tongue. You will witness confusion in their eyes when your presence demands truth. The one next to your home, the neighbor who seemed harmless, is part of this story. Their ears have been closer than you knew. Their interest in your affairs wasn't innocent. They were gathering information, reporting back, and waiting for a moment to exploit what they learned. But I interrupted their assignment. Type, yes, Lord, if you receive the divine interruption over your life. There is a woman, someone you've trusted, who has played both sides. She has smiled in your light and cursed you in the dark. She has stirred doubt in others about you, sharing details that were never hers to speak. She did this not out of misunderstanding, but out of jealousy. Her words planted confusion in those around you. Her voice carried accusations wrapped in fake concern. But now every false sentence she uttered is returning to her like a boomerang spun by justice. I've allowed her to speak because I wanted the truth to expose itself. And now, her words will trap her. You will not have to confront her. The truth will do that for you. This is not about revenge. It is about freedom. It is about lifting you out of spiritual captivity that came through proximity with deceivers. Speak aloud now. Let the masks fall. Let truth arise. You were not paranoid. You were not mistaken. You were spiritually alert. The signs you felt in your gut were the whispers of angels nudging you to stay guarded. Now the fog is lifting. The shadows are separating. And you, my beloved, will see clearly at last. This next season will be filled with unexpected revelations. Pay attention. Conversations will come back to you. People will confess things without realizing they are being used as confirmation. Emails, messages, tone shifts, delays, sudden changes in behavior. These are all divine signs. I am making it impossible for you to ignore the truth any longer. Type, reveal it all, Lord, if you are ready for full exposure. They cannot harm you. They will not succeed. Every curse spoken is being shattered. Every lie told is losing its grip. Every plan drawn in darkness is burning under the fire of divine revelation. Your neighbor thought they could observe you like prey, but now I am revealing their role in the confusion you felt. They were not just nosy. They were assigned. And the enemy used their access to delay your breakthrough. But the access is now revoked. I have sealed the doors they once used to monitor your peace. They will try to speak, but their voice will lose power in your presence. They will try to act close, but their spirit will tremble when my glory shows up with you. You will no longer be the whispered about. You will be the elevated one. Say aloud, elevation has found me. No voice of sabotage shall remain. There is nothing more for you to fear. Archangel Michael has stationed warriors around your home. The perimeter of your spirit has been reinforced. No more spiritual leaks. No more confusion. No more manipulation in your circle. This is a divine evacuation of every spirit that does not serve your future. Some friendships will fade. Some family ties will shift. It will feel sudden, but trust that it's me doing the pruning. You cannot bring everyone into the next level. Some are only safe from a distance. Let me do the separating. Your life is about to gain speed. Clarity is coming. Acceleration is here. But first, exposure. The one who watched you with disguised intentions will be confronted by truth itself. Not by your hands, but by mine. They will be startled when their plans crumble. They will be confused when they no longer have access to your peace. And you, my child, will rise. Type, I am ready, Lord. If you receive the rise, you were the topic. They spoke of you. They planned around you. But I wrote the final script, and their scene is over. Now watch me work. Doors are opening that they tried to lock. Blessings are locating you faster than their sabotage could travel. Your name is being cleansed from every false narrative. Your spirit is being lifted into places of power. You are not just being protected. You are being established. Let go of who you thought they were. Accept what I've revealed. Trust what I'm doing. You will not lose anything real. You will not lack anything sacred. What leaves now was never meant to stay. This exposure is your release. Now rise, my child. You were the topic, but now you are the triumph. The neighbor may have watched. The family may have talked. But heaven has always had the final word, and I have declared your freedom. My child, this exposure is not just about who spoke against you. It is about what I am protecting you from, what I am pulling you out of, and what I am launching you into. You have been surrounded by people who were never meant to carry your calling, yet you carried them. You have overlooked signs. You have forgiven offenses they never even admitted to. You have stood in rooms full of people and still felt alone. That ache, that heaviness, that strange weight you felt in places that should have brought peace. That was the spiritual warfare caused by proximity to deception. But now, I have drawn the line. I allowed the conversations to continue long enough to reveal hearts. I allowed the masks to remain just long enough for you to recognize patterns. They thought they were speaking in secret, but every whisper was echoed in heaven. Every conversation was recorded. Every motive was noted. And now the time of accounting has come. Type, expose it fully, Lord, if you are ready for divine justice. Your neighbor, the one next door, became more than just a bystander. They became a messenger of confusion. They relayed things that weren't theirs to speak. They became a point of contact for spiritual disruption. But that door is now sealed. The enemy used familiarity to disarm you. He used kindness to hide cunning. He used proximity to mask poison. But the moment your spirit began to stir, I took action. I began turning their strategies against them. They wanted access to your journey. But I am now stripping them of authority over your peace. They will sense the shift. They will feel the distance. They will notice that what once worked no longer affects you. This is not your doing. It is mine. I am placing spiritual armor over your home. Your windows will not carry their energy. Your walls will not absorb their presence. Your floor will not carry footprints of false connection. Say aloud, my space is sacred. My peace is protected. There are others, yes, even relatives, who were drawn into this scheme. They didn't start it, but they added fuel. They listened when they should have spoken up. They spread what they heard instead of silencing the lie. They had opportunities to defend you. But silence was easier. I saw it all. And because you are mine, I am bringing divine balance. Every word spoken against your integrity is about to be reversed. Every attempt to twist your story is about to fall apart. Those who partnered in the darkness will witness the spotlight of heaven uncover their roles. Do not seek revenge. Do not retaliate. You will not need to fight back in the flesh. For I, the Lord, am doing this in a way that no one will deny was my hand. Type, justice is coming. If you believe vindication is your portion, there will be a sudden shift in energy. You'll notice hesitation in their voice. You'll see guarded eyes, forced laughter, uneasy smiles. Some will begin avoiding you, not because you did anything wrong, but because your discernment has become too sharp for them to hide. They will feel uncomfortable in your presence, not because of anything you said, but because of the conviction my spirit brings when truth walks into the room. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to prove your innocence. I am putting the proof in your peace. I am placing the evidence in your elevation. The same ones who dragged your name will witness your promotion. Speak aloud. Let them watch. Let you work. My child, this is not punishment. This is protection. I am removing you from the web of manipulation so you can run free into purpose. I am disconnecting you from draining relationships so you can receive fresh oil. I am eliminating false support so I can send you divine connections. Do not mourn who walks away. Do not chase what I've exposed. Do not apologize for seeing clearly. This clarity is a gift. This truth is your sword. This separation is your deliverance. You will look back and realize that what felt like a storm was actually a shield. What felt like betrayal was actually redirection. What felt like loss was actually preservation. Type, thank you for protecting me. If this message speaks to your spirit, in the coming days, you may feel moments of spiritual tension. That's because my presence is pressing out every unclean thing around you. The exposure will cause discomfort, but only for a moment. After it, peace will reign like never before. They will try to rebuild access. They will try to reconnect, this time using guilt apology or spiritual language. Be wise. A snake that sheds its skin is still a snake. I'm giving you the eyes to see, the ears to hear, and the courage to walk away from what no longer serves your assignment. This is your Exodus season. You are leaving behind false protection and walking into divine provision. You are leaving behind watchers and walking into worshipers. You are leaving behind whispered curses and entering into undeniable favor. Say aloud, I'm ready for the Exodus. Let everything fake fall off. Your neighbor may have watched you, but I have watched over you. They may have spoken about you, but I have spoken for you. They may have tried to block you, but I have blessed you beyond their access. You are not their victim. You are my vessel. You are not their target. You are my testimony. This is the moment where I separate you completely, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, financially. Everything around you will begin to shift, and it will be undeniable that the hand of God is moving. Final prophetic declaration. I break every tie that tried to bind you in the shadows. I cancel every lie that tried to shape your identity. I silence every voice that tried to stop your destiny. From this moment on, no weapon, no whisper, no watcher shall prosper. You were the topic of their discussion. Now, you are the headline of my deliverance. You were their project of gossip. Now, you are my promise fulfilled. You were under their scrutiny. Now you are under divine security. Go now, my child. Walk in freedom. The truth has surfaced. The masks have fallen, and nothing will ever be the same again. Type, it is done, and walk forward into your divine protection, peace, and power. God says, my child, open your eyes. What has been hidden is now being brought to light. You have walked in kindness. You have lived with peace. But you have also lived next to deception. There is someone close to you, too close. A person you greet, smile at, trust without question. They have watched you, not with admiration, but with quiet calculation. They have been listening, observing, waiting, not for your good, but for an opportunity to speak against you, to twist your story, to delay your path. You were the topic of their discussions. Your name passed through the mouths of those who pretended to care. Behind closed doors, inside quiet living rooms, your life became their subject of speculation and judgment. And now I, the Lord, am speaking so you will no longer be deceived. This message is not random. You were meant to read it now. This is your divine alert. I have waited patiently for this moment to reveal the truth. And now the veil is being lifted. The whispers are turning to shouts. The hidden things are being exposed. Type, Amen, if you know the veil is lifting. The person who lives next door, the neighbor you've never suspected, has not been as harmless as you believed. They have paid too close attention to your movements. They have noted your habits, and they have carried what they saw to people who did not wish you well. This was not innocent curiosity. This was spiritual manipulation. You thought they were friendly. You thought they were kind. But behind their smile lived envy. Behind their wave was spiritual disturbance. And now I, your God, am cutting the cord. There was a plan formed against you. Words were spoken with subtle malice. Accusations were planted softly, like seeds. They believed you would never find out. They thought the darkness would cover them forever. But no one escapes my sight. You are not crazy. The unease in your spirit was me warning you. The shift in the atmosphere around your home was not coincidence. Your spirit has been under attack, and the source was closer than you imagined. But now I am removing the camouflage. Say aloud, every mask must fall. Every hidden plan must be exposed. I have dispatched Archangel Michael to war on your behalf. He is standing between you and every weapon that was aimed at your peace. He is blocking every dart of confusion, every plan of sabotage, every lie disguised as concern. The neighbor, the friend, the relative who stood too close while holding resentment, each one is being revealed for who they truly are. This revelation is not to harm you. It is to protect you. You cannot carry their voices into your next season. You cannot climb while holding on to what is secretly pulling you down. There are some relationships that must end, not because of anger, but because of clarity. I have seen how they met without you. I heard what they said when you were not in the room. I watched as they misinterpreted your heart and misrepresented your words. I let it go on until now so that when I expose it, you will not doubt my justice. Type, I trust you, Lord. If you believe this exposure is divine, you will hear things soon. Conversations, slips, confessions. They will confirm everything I am showing you. People will reveal themselves through their actions, not just their words. Watch closely. Be slow to speak and quick to discern. Don't let false guilt draw you back in. There is a woman connected to this story, one who smiled too much, one who stood too close. She is not who she has claimed to be. Her words have been weapons wrapped in sweetness. Her loyalty was never to you. And now, her role is being revealed. Do not be shocked when they act distant. Do not be alarmed when they avoid your presence. That is my light making them uncomfortable. That is my spirit forcing their mask to slip. You are no longer an easy target. You are no longer vulnerable. You are divinely shielded. Declare now, my space is holy. My peace is off limits. I am removing every voice that was sent to distract or derail you. I am cutting off the channel that allowed confusion into your environment. That neighbor, who once observed and relayed, is being silenced. They will no longer influence how others see you. They will no longer have spiritual access to your atmosphere. Some will call you distant. Let them. Some will say you've changed. Let them talk. I am changing you. I am separating you. I am setting you apart. You cannot take everyone with you into what's coming next. And that's okay. This separation is not your punishment. It is your protection. This is your turning point. Say aloud, let every false connection be severed in Jesus' name. Do not fear the truth. Do not resist what I'm showing you. The days ahead will bring clarity that shakes you. You will learn who really stood beside you and who only stood to watch. You will feel loss, but it is not true loss. It is release. It is freedom from deception. It is my way of untangling you from people who secretly hoped you would fail. Let them go. Let them talk. Let them fade. You are about to rise. The same ones who gossiped will be forced to witness your growth. The same ones who tried to curse you will see my blessing overflow your life. The same ones who discussed your failures will watch you walk in unstoppable favor. Type, I receive my rise, if you know this next season belongs to you. My child, you were the topic of the discussion, but now you are the testimony. You were the one they watched, but now I am the one watching over you. You were surrounded by false light, but now I'm bringing you into full truth. You will know peace again. You will know who is for you, and you will never again doubt what you carry. I have heard enough. I have seen enough. Now I act. Now I defend. Now I restore. Go forward protected. Go forward anointed. The exposure has begun, and nothing around you will ever be the same again. No more deception. No more false friends. No more darkness. I step into divine truth and I will never go back. It is done.